Yo, what's going on guys? It's Bertrude, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing some invasions of my vampire build. This one's all about sapping the life out of our enemies to stay alive ourselves. Let's take a look at the stats. It's a level 40 build, we've got 38 vigour, 21 strength, 25 dex and then we've got 17 arcane. In our flask we're using the dex knot so that we can use all of our weapons, and we've got the Opaline hard tier to boost the damage negation, and here's a quick look at the armour and talismans we're using on the build. Our main weapon on the build is the Clinging Bone Fists, and these are equipped with the Ash of War Lifesteal. Obviously really good for a vampire build as it saps the life out of our enemies. We've also got the Lucerne available, and that's got Blood Tax, another Ash of War that does the same, takes health off our victims and keeps us alive. If we then use our flask, we get the 10 extra dex we need to use Morgoth's Curse Sword. This doesn't have any life stealing properties, but it's very vampire like and I just think it really suits the build. Anyway guys, that's all there is to it. As I said, it's all about using vampire techniques to steal the life from our victims and keep us alive. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, but it's time for you lot to enjoy the video. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. The first thing I've got to say, I've got a bit of an announcement. Well, it's not really an announcement, it's just a little bit of a change to the channel, something that I'm hoping is going to drastically improve my videos, and that is that I finally got myself a new microphone. It's a much better quality microphone than the one I had before. The last microphone I've been using for my previous videos was a spare one that my friend gave me, and I was very grateful to use it because I obviously didn't have one to use with my PC at the time, so I was really pleased to have that microphone. But in all honesty, it just weren't the best quality, and I think I was really struggling with my audio in the previous videos, and that was, you know, partly contributing to the reasons why. But I've cashed out a little bit. Father Christmas was kind to me. I've pulled some money out of my pocket and I've bought myself a new microphone, and I'm thinking that it's going to make the overall quality of the videos much better, at least from an audio perspective. So let's take a look at this invasion, shall we? We're using the vampire build. I absolutely love this thing. It's quite a unique build. It's using some really good weapons that you don't often see. Put it all together and it just creates this really cool build. We're using a vampire build and it's all about sucking the life out of our enemies. All the techniques that we can use on this build, all the Ashes of War, everything that it's about is all about life sustain. It's about taking the life away from everyone else and giving it back to ourselves. We're even using the Blessed Dew Talisman, the one that gives us a little bit of health regeneration as we just go along, so we've always got a bit of health regen in anyway. Oh, look at this summon just dropping out the sky like your local friendly Spider-Man. But yeah, we've got the Blessed Dew Talisman, and then we've got Ashes of War like Lifesteal and Blood Tax. And you know the crack guys, you know the score. It's all about taking the health away from our enemies and giving it back to ourselves. So that's why we're a vampire. We're just a vampire hunting the lands between. We're just looking for the horse and the summons and the phantoms. And I want to steal the life, I want to suck on the blood. I want to take the life force and I want to use it against them. I want to use it as a power source. I want to use it to give myself a bit of an adrenaline kick, you know what I mean? When vampires dig the fangs into the necks of the victims and suck on all that blood, they get a bit trippy, don't they? They get a bit of roid rage. They get a bit of roid rage from that blood and it sends them a little bit wild, doesn't it? And that's what I've been doing on this build, guys, while I've been invading. I've just been sucking on everyone's blood and getting that crazy roid rage and just taking it out on everyone, basically. It's really good. And this is a bit of a tricky invasion, you know. We've got the host spamming the old Storm Stomp there. Spamming the old Storm Stomp, and he's got the Blood Claws, which is always difficult to deal with. The summon's been using healing spells to keep himself alive, which is fair play. I actually really like that style of play. I think it's a very valid way to play the game. I think the healing spells are in the game for a reason, and I honestly don't think we see enough people using the healing spells. I think having like a designated healer in your party is just an awesome way to approach the game, whether you're PvPing or PvE, and I think it's really cool. So yeah, this is a good invasion. These two are putting up a good show of themselves. I'm not rushing in, I'm taking my time, and we finally get the kill on the summon there. The Lucerne with the nice little long poke sticks it all up in him. But I've still got the horse to deal with the Storm Stomp. and we've got to respect that, you know. But I managed to get a really good lifesteal on him with the clinging bones, sucked the life right out of him, and I finish him off in style with a Morgoth's Curse Sword. Just an epic invasion, guys. Really, really good stuff. Can't complain with that one bit. Quite a happy boy with that one. So guys, as I said at the start of the video when we had a little look at our stats, this is a level 40 build. Now level 40 is a bit of a weird one for me. I think I've only got 2 level 40 builds out of all of my builds. I've got plenty of level 30 builds, but I don't usually go to level 40. And to be honest with you, I don't know why, because level 40 really is a good place to invade at. You get all of the same spots you do at level 30, but you kind of just extend your range a little bit more, and you get a lot more invasions in the academy like we have now, and around Liurnia of the Lakes in general, and you can just do that a little bit more with your build. So in future maybe I'll take some of my level 30 builds up to level 40, or at least I'll definitely not be opposed to making some more level 40 builds, because it is a really cool level. You can see there on the summon we got another really nice lifesteal. It's just such a cool Ash of War. It's so stylish. We just stick him with our clinging bones. We just stick the bones all up in his ribcage, don't we? And we just suck the life out of him, guys. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It's not like the most deadly Ash of War in the game. It's not going to one-shot anyone, at least not at this level. But it suits the build. We're a vampire. What else do you expect us to do? You know what I mean? You've just got a lifesteal, haven't you? And that's just the perfect Ash of War to do it. Especially with the clinging bones. It's just the ultimate vampire build. I absolutely love the look of this build. I love the fashion as well. I think the fashion just looks so sinister. There's something about this outfit that we're wearing. I just really, really like it. As a character build, you know me guys, I love making character builds. I love giving my builds a theme. And this is just perfect for it. It's just really cool. We've done some good work on the summon here, but he's doing a good job of defending himself, rolling away, keeping his distance. But he's down to one shot now. And there we go, we break his guard, and then that's it. We get the kill on the summon. Now, we're down to the horse. Now let's try and take him out in style. And obviously that means going back to the clinging bones. I'm eating a few shots here just because I'm trying to get the lifesteal on him. Oh, there we go. He was just a little bit too eager for that next hit. And we actually finish him off with the lifesteal. And we topped our own health up in the meantime, which is always just a bonus, isn't it? Because don't forget, we are a vampire. You will see us out in the daylight though, funnily enough. I'm a bit of a day walker. I think I'm a bit of a Blade character, you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a half-breed. I'm not your typical nighttime vampire. It's because my appetite's that voracious, I'm that rabid, do you know what I mean? I crave blood that much. I'm driven out into the daylight to hunt my victims down. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, guys. I've ventured out into the daylight because I want that blood. And anyway, see this host? He's got that big greatsword, hasn't he? He's got that big greatsword, so I've got to watch out for that because he can do some big damage if he manages to land one of those hits. But I'm doing a good job. I'm quite nimble. I'm quite a nimble little vampire. I'm looking for the lifesteal, and there we go. Oh, get stabbed all up in your ribcage. All up in your ribcage, and give me your health. Now that's going to scare the host off a little bit. So now I'm going to put a bit of pressure on the summon, but the host is back, so we just give him a little bit of blood tax. A little bit of blood tax. And we kill the summon with the blood tax as well. Just an awesome Ash of War again, guys. This build is full of awesome Ashes of War. And since the last patch as well, blood tax has turned into this top tier Ash of War. And there we go, this guy's heavy rolling, so it was an easy run around for the backstab. Morgoth's Curse Sword, but we actually get knocked out of it there. Little bit of dancing around and we get another backstab. Big slow weapon like the big greatsword that he's got, you know, always easy to get the backstab. Once you get used to the timings of it all, it's just a little quick spin and he's just prime bait for a backstab, isn't he? With the Morgoth's Curse Sword. I really like that sword. That was one of the weapons that kind of pushed me to make this build. Like, I know it's not got the lifesteal attributes that the other weapons have, but I just think it's such an awesome looking sword, guys. And I just think if a vampire had a weapon, I think he'd have the Morgoth's Curse Sword, you know what I mean? He's got the clinging bones as his primary weapon, he's got the Lucerne as a backup, but then having the Morgoth's Curse Sword in our left hand, that's what's so good about this build, having it in the left hand. It's always on display, even if we're not using it. I've got it on display, we're carrying it on our back, and it just adds to the aesthetic. It's not a soft swap like the Lucerne is, where we can just like press right on the thumbstick and we're switching the clinging bones out for the Lucerne. No, the Cursor is always on our back on display, and like I say, it just adds to the image of this vampire. He's got the backup weapon on his back, which just looks nasty, by the way. Absolutely atrocious looking weapon. As you just saw, we just destroyed that summon with it. This is another good thing, guys. If we switch to the Lucerne, we get some really nice combo potential with the Cursor and the Lucerne. And yeah, it's just a great build. I just think, yeah, as I said, if a vampire had a sword, I'm pretty sure it'd be Morgoth's Cursor. And look at this hunter, a little bit of a replay there on the old fat roll. So we managed to take the summon out of this invasion. It's going good so far, but a blue spawned in. Now this guy's fat rolling, but look at how much health he's got. Like, I think he's just invested every single stat point into his vigour, which, to be honest with you, I kind of respect. He's obviously put nothing into his endurance because he's fat rolling like a mofo. But look, like one big blood proc, all these hits on him, and we're barely doing any damage. So, you know, he's not causing me a problem at the minute. But if another blue turns up, I might have something, you know, a bit of a problem to deal with. Look at this, we even get a critical attack on him. And that would be enough usually just to see him off. But no, this blue has obviously got 1,000,000 health points. And he's still standing strong. Now, another blue spawning, guys. So this is a little bit of a problem now, because as you'll see, these three between them, they're just like parade of the mindless spammers, you know what I mean? This was a little bit careless of me. I go for a lifesteal fist, but as you can see, these two are just spamming R1 at me. So that's good and it's not good. What that tells me is that these two are a little bit too hungry. They're not really, maybe not the most experienced of players. They're just kind of spamming that attack. But that also is quite dangerous. If I get caught, if I do something silly and get myself caught out, they're both just going to run in and spam the little lives out at me, you know what I mean? They're just going to spam the little hearts out, aren't they? They're just going to spam till the little blue heart's content. And that's dangerous because that could just blend me. So I've got to bide my time here. I've got to be sensible, guys. And that means going on a little run. And it's just fallen into my favour, guys, because you can see how hungry they are. They're following me wherever I may go. I will follow you wherever you may go. They're just following me, guys. They're just hot for me. They're just hungry. They want a piece of my ass. What can I say? They like the vampire, guys. They've got a bit of a vampire fetish. And look, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. One of the blues has separated himself. God knows where the other blue's gone. I don't know. To be honest, I don't care. Because this is what I wanted. The horse has caught back up. But this is fine. It's still just the two of them for now. So I can deal with this. I've got no heals. I've got no heals left. This is the major part of this invasion. I've got to be super careful. This is doable now. It's definitely doable. But I've got no heals, so I've got to be careful. I've got to take this blue out before the summon gets back. The other summon, the other blue. And the horse is obviously here as well. But we managed to kill that summon. The other blue's still nowhere to be seen. I really don't know where he went, guys. But I did all the right things in this one. Got myself a little bit of space, bought myself a little bit of time, separated the group, and then it's divide and conquer. We get a nice backstab on the host. This one's pretty much a done deal, guys. He's going down, he's just going down. You can't take the force of the vamp. I'm going to just vamp him, guys. I'm going to stick that vamps all up in him. And there we go with the Lucerne. Great invasion. Really nice invasion, guys. It's all about biding your time. It's all about biding your time. If you remember a while back when I first got my PC set up, when I was talking about how I could change my approach to invading now because I can record indefinitely. Before I was using my phone, I only had these very short windows to record on the Xbox. I'd record on the Xbox, download it onto my phone, then I'd edit through my phone. But when I was recording on the Xbox, I'd only have a maximum of 4 minutes to record, and then I'd have to either start the recording again mid-invasion, or I'd forget and the invasion would just be cut off. And it would often spoil invasions, and it definitely affected the way that I approached each invasion, because I always had it in my head that I only had these 4 minutes to get it done. I'd often be in a rush. You know, it just affected the quality of my play. There's no doubt about it. It was always in the back of my mind. But now with the PC, I'm really getting used to just taking my time. In a situation like that, where the right and sensible thing to do as an invader is to back off, just to run away sometimes. Run away, separate the group, and then pick them off one by one. Whereas before, I just wouldn't have given myself time to do that. I'd have been in a rush and I'd have just gone in and I'm thinking, you know, if this one's a loss, it's just a loss. So I may as well get in and get it done. But now I'm thinking, this situation's difficult, but I can bide my time. I can give myself a bit of space and let's see what we can do. And in that last invasion, it worked out perfectly. Now, if you've been looking at this one, this is a really good one-on-one. This guy's a big boy with his two big curved swords, but look at that, nice blood explosion. Some nice combos with the Lucerne and the curved sword. Great invasion, really good one-on-one. We give him the bow because he deserves it. If you deserve a bow, Big Bertrude's going to give you a bow, and that's just how it is. Now we're in the Siofra River. I love invading in this spot. This spot is a proper good invasion spot. We get all this PvE support, even though they are mega slow, let's be honest. They're probably the most slow PvE support in the entire game, but it doesn't matter because if nothing else, it can just be a few good cheerleaders for us. You know, they get a front row seat to any destruction of a horse of this summon that they might witness. You can see this is another summon who's light rolling, so we can finish him off pretty easily. And now we've got the horse with a big axe. And he's not looking like he's going to be too much of a problem either, so we can take our time. Get a nice little lifesteal fist all up in his chest. All under his ribs, and give me your health. Just give it me. Let me refill my health bar with your blood and your life essence. Just like a vampire does. I'm all kinds of vampire, guys. I'm a blood vampire. I love to suck your blood. But I'm also an energy vampire. Give me your energy. I want it. I just want it. I want your life force. Please give it me. I'll take it. I'm going to take it with the life fist. I'm going to stick the clinging bone. I'm going to stick the clinging bone alls up in you, and I'm just going to take it off you. I'm going to take your life. I am going to take it and keep myself alive. You can see here I'm trying to do some sweet, sweet little combos with the Curse Sword and the Lucerne. Blood tax, and he just explodes. He just explodes into an absolute bloody mess, guys. All's up in him with the blood tax. All's up in him. Now we're back in Stormveil, as I said earlier, level 40. You still get the Stormveil invasions, which I'm always pleased about because it's just the best invasion spot on the game, let's be honest. We all know it is. No one's denying that Stormveil isn't the best location spot for invasions. But look at this, we've got a trio. Now, remember what I was just saying about taking my time? Look at this, one of them's using sleep. The other two are just attacking me. One of them's got the Bloodhound Fang, the horse has got the Bloodhound Fang, which is always an atrocious weapon to deal with, you know. It does some big damage. So I've got to be really careful. These lot are putting me under a lot of pressure. The guy's got the sleep sword. I mean, come on. There's three of them. One of them's putting me to sleep for fun. One's spamming magic at me. The other one's just swinging away, trying to chop me up into little pieces. He wants some blood of his own, but I get the lifesteal fist on him, all up in his ribcage. But I don't really have the space to capitalise on it, so I've got to back up. I've got to back up and give myself time to, like, get my bearings and heal. You know, you've got to take your time in with these invasions. But, as I was just talking about before, this is the type of invasion that I've got really, really used to kind of just dealing with, taking my time. I know that a window is going to present itself to thin this group eventually. If I can just stay alive. I'm not leaving this area, you know, I'm happy to just dance around on these ledges up and down, up and down. It's easy enough to give myself a bit of space here just to keep dropping down and then working my way back up. But still, you know, I've got to be careful, I need to stay alive, I can't get blended. They're not doing a hell of a lot of damage to me, but I've got to be super careful. You can see here we get this summon really low and this is my chance. I've got to stay on him, but look at my health. And in this situation I'm not chasing him, I know I've got to back up. It's not worth trying to chase that summon down to get the kill because that could have easily got me killed if I took that chance to chase him down. So I've got to give myself space, heal up myself, and then we just go again. The invasion goes on. I'm put to sleep once again, but we deal with it, guys. We back up. I'm lucky really, you know, I think this is quite an honest group, to be fair. Yes, he's using the sleep swords, but I don't really care about that. He's obviously not doing loads of damage. They're quite an honest group. I don't think these two summons are massively over-leveled. And eventually we get the kill on the summon. Now the horse is on his own. We break his guard, critical attack. And he's dead! We did it! We actually did it, guys. The original summon that we got low health is stood back there because he knows he's nearly dead himself, and we killed the whole party. What an invasion. Absolutely quality. Really, really good 3-on-1. You know, this build, keeping ourselves alive, guys. We're taking the blood off our enemies and we're just giving it back to ourselves. Maybe if I was on a different builder and I didn't have the life stealing skills that I have on this build, maybe that wouldn't have gone in my favour so much. Who knows, you know, who knows. But on this build, that's all I care about. This is the build I'm using, and I use the skills to its full potential. Use the lifesteal, use the blood tax. Give myself every chance to survive and pull the win out the bag. Anyway guys, this is the last invasion of the video. I know I've been yapping on a bit in this one, but I'm just really excited to have my new microphone, so I've just been yapping away, and like I'm looking forward to listening to it all back and seeing how much of a difference I can hear, because like I've been testing it and it, you know, I can clearly see that it's a much better quality microphone, so I'm really, really chuffed, and I'm excited about, you know, the improvement to the content overall. But yeah, I'll let this one finish out in the background, guys. Nice little 2-on-1 here to end things. But you lot just take it easy, look after yourself, look after each other, and I'll see you all in the next video.